again. It's Mama Pearl here with you. Please pardon all my wires and cords and weird stuff you're seeing. This is my MIDI keyboard. I am rearranging my studio, getting ready for, as I've mentioned many times, February album writing month. It is a month-long songwriting challenge where we write. The goal is for each person to write 14 songs in 28 days. But that is later on this week. For now, I am creating the tag for week 5 of Spankie's 52 Weeks of Tag Challenge. And I gathered up some stuff here, and we're going to make a tag. For this one, the prompts were the word adventure, and a magazine page, and the colors blue and green. So what I'm going to do, I have here a flyer from our wonderful Washington State Fair. Used to be called the Puyallup Fair, now it's called the Washington State Fair. I'm going to use part of the the concert schedule from last year. I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. Anyway, I'm going to use that for my cover for the magazine page. I've got some blue paper here to put behind it where I'm going to fill in for the sky. Oh, that almost matches perfectly. Look at that between there and there. I'm going to cut this down. And then I've got my word adventure with my stamps, and I'll be putting that on there. And I like it a little crooked. It is the tilt-a-whirl. And I got another piece of cardboard here to make my tag out of. And I've got some blue and green embroidery floss. I'm going to make a little tassel. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love my tassels. So I'm going to step over here and grab myself a glue stick, because that's all I'm going to use on this is a glue stick this time. I'm not going to get out the Mod Podge and everything, because honestly most of my craft stuff I have packed away, because I've totally shifted where I am in the room. So get my cardboard here, because like I said, I think I said it in the last video, I don't know, I've done so many of these that I've just done the video sped up with no audio or a song that I've written. So I don't know what I've told y'all and what I've just said to myself while I was sitting here. I didn't cut my tags all in advance. I cut them as I go, because depending on what I'm going to be putting on them, I might use different media for the base of the tag. And then I have my little template here, the same one I've been using. You can see I tried the word cute for one of the first ones, my practice stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and trace my tag here. Oh. And I'm going to go ahead and trace it on here too, because this is going to be my background, and then I'll cut it out. But trace this on there too, and I'll go ahead and put that on there behind the magazine page so that it lines up, the blue lines up. Oh, marker's a little tight. Oh, goodness. I'll line that up. And pardon the lighting, like I said, I've rearranged everything for the songwriting month. And so crafting is going to kind of take a little bit of a back seat for me during February. Because I'm a songwriter first. And I did the crafting when I want to get away from, when the songwriting starts to feel too much like work, I go to the crafting, and that's my hobby, and the songwriting is my that's my career, that's my profession. Oh, I got something sticky on my scissors. Need to clean them off real good. I'm going to straighten this up with my paper cutter. I just want to get the edges off first, and then I'll clean it up. Yeah, I need to get some rubbing alcohol and clean these scissors off. I've been using these scissors in my son's school library. I've become the volunteer librarian there. And so I was cutting out some, I took some cardstock and made labels for the shells, and wow, yeah, these are real sticky. So, we won't use those anymore. We'll get rid of those. Well, I'm going to need them in a minute, but let's go ahead and make a straight, decide on one edge to be straight first, and then we will do everything off of that straight edge. So there's my first straight edge. And so now I can go back and make the rest of the edges squared up with that edge. I think that's the hardest part of deciding which edge is going to be your straight edge. There you go. And the measurements might not be exactly 7 inches by 3.5 inches, but they will be very close, and they will be straight. You know. And I really don't think the tag police are gonna come get me if my measurements aren't exact. So that. I don't want to risk that. Yeah, let's do it like that. There we go. Now then, let's go ahead and do this one. Since I've already got this edge straight down here, it's going to be a lot easier. Let's do this. I really should have done that off of this. Yeah, because that's a little smaller. Alright, we'll do that. Where did I put my marker? There it is. We'll do that. Because this one's a little bit smaller. Alright. And I hope y'all won't go away for February just because I'm not doing crafting videos, because I will be doing songwriting demos. I'll be doing a lot of my writing to be recorded, and you'll get to see my writing process. You'll get to see some of the cool tools that I use, some of the software that I use, because I don't just sit here with a piano. Most of my music is electronic music. I use samples and loops to make my music, and if you've noticed on my recordings, sounds like I got me a little jazz combo here. That's one of the pieces of software that I use, and it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys will hang around for that. It's not exactly what I wanted, so, but close enough. We'll just do this. Just do this. Oh. Now it's crooked. It's not straight. So we'll just use this. We'll put it back on it later because this looks... See, this looks like... Let's... Oh. Because there's a problem right there. What I'm going to do... That's not exactly straight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little dent here in this groove. I'm just going to score it a little bit so that I can get an idea of what is the corner there. And make that... Get it over here in the light where I can see what I'm doing. Let's do that. Oh, that looks so much nicer. That looks a lot better. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is cut right along this blue here. And I chose this image for a number of reasons. Mainly because, yeah, this is adventure to me. I remember growing up in our local fair, which was actually called a fishing rodeo on the Gulf Coast. We always had the rides come from the carnival people came with the rides, and the tilt-a-whirl was always a big favorite of mine until I wrote it. I'd be so excited to ride the tilt-a-whirl. Gotta ride the tilt-a-whirl. And then I'd get on it, and about halfway through the ride, I'd start thinking, why in the world did I want to ride this crazy thing? This wasn't one of my better ideas. but I'd stick with it because I'm not a quitter. And so I'd stay on the ride and I wouldn't cry. I'd be a real big girl about it, but goodness gracious me, holy moly. I always wondered what the heck was I thinking. So, tilt-a-whirl, and then it's got green in it, and then I've got the blue in the sky. So I'm just going to do my glow stick. I am not dragging out the Mod Podge or anything else. Thank you, Spankie, for giving us a non-painting, non-messy tag, because I'm fitting this in the day with a bunch of other stuff I got going on. So this is nice, quick, easy. And I'm just going to line it up here on the bottom. So Mom, Pa, and little girl are right there. Oh, it's not straight. Let's give it a little edge. Just a little border down there. There we go. And then I'll trim off the excess. There we go. And yeah, it's a little crooked because the picture was crooked. But I think that's alright. I'm the only one really going to see this. Well, y'all are going to see it, but you're not going to see it up close. And I don't think anybody's going to be that critical about it. It's supposed to be fun, right? And then once I cut these edges off, I'll go back and glue the rest of it down because it kind of coming up in a few places. Might have missed getting the glue on there all the way. There we go. There we go. Ah, looks lovely. And then I thought I'd put the word adventure right here, kind of sideways on that red. So I got my stamp. The problem is I only have one set of letters in this. So let me get something soft to put that on while I stamp it. I found if I put something soft underneath it, it stamps a lot better. Ooh. I hope that's not. Alright. So, I'm going to have to come back and put the E. But I can do that. So, there we go. And then I'm going to take off everything but the E. Everything but the E on my little stamp here. I think I got this set for $2 at Joann's. I think that's where I got it from. Oh, hey dear. I'm going to leave the E. I'm going to take the... Let me start from the other end. These are real sticky. Brand new silicone stamps I found are really sticky. And then they start losing their stamps, the sticky, after you use them a couple times. An N, and I got an E here. I need to put this E on there. Oh, I just inked up my thumb. How nice. And then we'll just take and eyeball it. Let's turn it a little bit. Whoop. Oh man, I messed that one up. But alright. Don't know what that is. Let's go back and... Alright. That didn't come out very clean, did it? Adventure! There we go. And I got my blue, I got my green, I got my word adventure. Short, sweet, to the point. Let me go grab my hole punch. I'm going to stick a hole in the top, and then I'm going to make... There we go. Ouch. Sorry if I shook the camera. Now, I'm going to make my my little tassel. Because I like my little tassels. They are so much fun. I learned how to make tassels from my mother when I was very, very young. My mother was a textile artist, but mostly she crocheted. So there was no shortage of little crocheted hats with big tassels on the top for me. Ha ha ha. So, I grew up helping her make tassels, and you can make tassel out of anything. I'm using embroidery floss because that's what I got. I'm going to find an end, grab an end here on both of them, and just kind of, I got anything to loop it? Nope, I'm just going to loop it around my fingers. Just going to use my fingers, use my hand here. And blue and green was an appropriate color for me, for those of us who live in this area, because those are the colors for our football team and our baseball team and our hockey team, soccer team. And we just recently found out we're getting a hockey team too. No, a soccer team. Yeah, we're getting a soccer team. Be nice to have our basketball team back. It got stolen. But, yeah, they stole our basketball team. They put it up for sale, and the new owners promised us, no, we're not going to move your basketball team. We won't move it. We promise. And then, as soon as they got ownership, what'd they do? They moved it to like Arizona or something. We had the Supersonics, but we've still got the Seahawks and the Mariners, and oh gosh, I don't know what the soccer team is called. I can't remember that. I like watching it, but I'm not a big fanatic fan. So anyway, so there we go. Made a loop, and I tied a string around it, and then the way I do it is really nice and easy. I fold it down in half, and I take one of the strings I tied it with and I loop it around it close to the top a few times like that, to make a little bump, kind of like the head of a doll. You know, we used to make octopuses this way out of yarn. We would take it and do it like this and make this like a tassel, and then we would take the bottom part of the tassel, divide it into 8 parts, and make an octopus by braiding those 8 parts in 2 legs. I had no shortage of those growing up either. Braided legged octopuses. Now this is the tricky part. This is where I sometimes fumble a little bit because the arthritis in my hands, oh, some days is better than others. Some days is worse than others. There we go. I got it. Now I'm going to tie another little knot here just to make it nice and tight. Okay, and then I still have this coming out the top to hang it with, and then I've got this bottom part, and we're just going to grab and cut it off even, and then go back in and take any extra loops, cut off the extras that we see, and there you go, got a tassel. And I just take the threads from that tassel, run one end through my string, my hole there that I punched, put the other end right there, put it over to the front. I think I'll tie a little bow in it this time. And there you go. Quick, easy. Again, thank you, Spankie, for the prompts this week. Nice, easy, quick little tag that looks absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. Thanks so much. And now the videos the rest of this week are probably all going to be about February Album Writing Month. I will try to keep doing at least the tags for crafting, but everything else for about the month of February is probably going to shift into lyric writing, music music composition, and things like that. So if it's not your thing, it's okay. Please don't unsubscribe. I'll be back with the crafting. If there's other things you'd like me to try to feature on this channel, leave a note down in the comments. I am not a gamer, so I won't be doing any gaming or anything gaming related. That's my kids. I'm trying to get their channel started up for them with that. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Go outside. Well, not if you're in one of the areas that snowed in. That probably wouldn't be the best idea. For us, it's in the 40s and 50s. We got sunny skies here. So I'm going to go outside. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.